This what if is part of a series exploring the Saiyan race being swapped with the planet Krypton. If you haven't watched the previous parts, make sure to do so before watching. It has been 7 years since Goku became a hero to Metropolis, bringing in an era of heroism and gigantic battles. The Justice League was formed, with Goku spending much of his time honing his skills against the many threats that would challenge the Earth. Telepathic apes, alternative universe counterparts, crime syndicates, cosmic terrors and immortals. Through it all, Goku felt his power began to reach its limits, his increases in strength growing smaller and smaller. This fact frustrated him, as through his races with the Flash, or encounters with godlike cosmic beings, he knew that there were still greater heights to reach. But it seemed like no matter how hard he pushed himself, the wall was too high. His physical powers weren't the only things weighing on his mind. Ma Kent had passed away, leaving Goku in charge of the farm. He was with her as she died, but Goku never found the time to console in her now that he knew the truth about Pa's real cause of death. Paired with this guilt, he was still conflicted about Lex Luthor. In the years since their early conflicts, Lex had seemingly reformed, becoming a champion of good to Metropolis that helped in ways Goku simply didn't know how. Economics, politics, social justice, these aspects became what Luthor was revered for, while Goku remained more a beloved mascot, protecting Metropolis from powerful threats, not a force for societal change. Lois Lane still tried to uncover Luthor's secret dealings, and Goku tried to help as much as he could, but they simply couldn't find a way to expose the man. Another battleground Goku was hopeless in was the matters of the heart. Lady Shiva had been a recurring threat to Goku over the years, but these encounters would often devolve into her flirting with the confused Saiyan. Their love of battle and prior time together during Goku's training led to him being unsure how to respond to these advances, with one particularly intimate battle leading Goku to Coast City, where he sought the help of the one friend he knew he could talk to this about, Hal Jordan.
Lady Shiva? World's deadliest assassin, Lady Shiva?
Uh-huh. She's bad, right?
Oh yeah, real bad. I mean, never mind. If we're gonna talk about this, I'm gonna need a drink.
As Goku and Hal began to engage in a very awkward conversation, the news report playing on the bar's TV broke them out of it. Goku looked up in shock as three figures emerged from a boom tube, immediately recognizing that two of the three had tails. Hal and Goku quickly made their way to the scene, while Raditz began to address the world on Vegeta's behalf.
People of Earth, rejoice! Lord Vegeta has come to usher in a new era. He serves a power unlike any you have ever known. Absolute, infinite, and unrelenting. You have no choice but to prepare for a long, dark future as slaves to our master's will.
Goku and Hal would arrive, with Raditz immediately recognizing Goku as his little brother. He directs the camera to Goku as if he were a showman, smiling as he continued his declaration.
We are the Saiyans. Once killer of worlds for profit and sport, we now remaining survivors have a higher purpose, and we are not the first of our kind to make your planet ours. He is here now, Kakarot, a hero, my little brother.
Goku and Hal were stunned at the revelation, trying to fool themselves that this must be some kind of trick.
What fools you are! The man who stands before you was sent to your world to raze it to the ground. It seems he's done a rather poor job of it, so...
Raditz turns to Vegeta, asking for permission to begin. Vegeta looked over to Nappa and nodded. Nappa, in response, raised two fingers in the air and obeyed the order. The explosion came almost instantly, with Hal barely having time to form a barrier around himself and Goku, who was still in shock from everything he had just heard. In one gigantic flash of light, the population of Coast City was reduced from 7 million to 5. The trio of Saiyans stood as lone figures in the ruins, with Raditz quickly finding the battered body of his little brother standing up from beneath the rubble. Raditz thanked Goku for surviving the blast, despite being so weak, while Goku jumped forward, desperately trying to fight back.
I'll die before I let you murder an entire world full of people!
But he was defeated in just a single combination. Raditz then proceeded to pummel his brother, a twisted smile forming on his face.
What's wrong? I wouldn't want this to be over before we had a proper reunion. Earth really has made you soft. And here I spent all those years, All those years! Jealous of you. But look at you. You're nothing. You should have never been born. You're a disgrace. Just a Saiyan. While I am one of the chosen!
Raditz continued to torture Goku as he lay helpless, until Vegeta stopped him.
Do not forget why we're here, Raditz. I have no patience for your personal issues.
Yes, my lord.
As Raditz began to charge one final attack, the Saiyan's attention shifted to a small green light emerging from a trench in the ground.
In brightest day, in blackest night. No evil shall escape my sight. Oh, it looks like your little friend is still alive, Kakarot. Let those who worship evil's might. What is he mumbling? A final prayer? Beware my power. Green Lantern's light!
The entire area was suddenly engulfed in a blinding green glow, Hal spending the last of his charge to form a construct around Goku in the shape of his Nimbus, and then sending it out of the area as fast as he could make it. Furious, Raditz turned and fired a blast at Hal, who managed to say one last word before his body was blasted apart.
Gotcha.
Only the lantern ring remained, and quickly shot off into the sky, while Raditz attempted to follow in the direction Goku had been sent, but Vegeta stopped him in his tracks. They were here for the anti-life equation. They were here to prepare the world for Darkseid. Nappa and Raditz were sent to confuse and scatter the world's heroes by causing mass destruction, with Nappa heading to Hub City and Raditz reluctantly heading to Bloodhaven. Goku would crash onto Themyscira, Hal's last 1 in a million construct, getting his friend to safety before finally dissipating. Diana was in shock to see someone as powerful as Goku on the edge of death, and quickly took him to the Amazonian healing chambers, home to the Purple Ray, a mythic device that can heal all wounds. While Goku was being treated, Raditz continued his search as much as he could, instructing his mother box, the living computer, to alert him if Kakarot's vitals were detected. With his revenge postponed, he decided to continue with his mission, floating over Bloodhaven for just a moment before reducing the entire city to ash. In the Batcave, Batman slammed his desk in frustration as his communication line with Nightwing went dead. Just moments before, he had been organizing the Bat family, preparing to evacuate cities, but now, his boy was gone, all because he hadn't been able to react fast enough. He swore that wouldn't happen again.
The League is not going to be enough. Alfred, activate protocol. Uzaru.
Meanwhile, Nappa was making his way to Hub City, deliberately slowing himself down so he could savor all the destruction he left on his way there. This bliss would be short-lived, however, as Hawkgirl slammed her mace into his jaw, sending him crashing onto the road below. As he tried to get up, he was smashed back into the air by an uppercut from Aquaman, leading him straight into Hawkgirl's second strike.
I'm not letting you damn apes take another world!
The pair's combo was executed perfectly, and yeah, Nappa emerged from the wreckage with a bigger smile than he had had before.
By Poseidon!
How the hell is he still standing?
Don't start praying yet. You can save those for a different god after I'm through with you.
Nappa closed the distance between him in a burst of speed, and with one devastating blow, severed Aquaman's arm from his body. With a city destroyed, Raditz began his search for Goku once more, combing the next city for any trace of where he had landed. However, he didn't get very far before he felt Vegeta's voice demanding that they retreat to Apocalypse. Initially, he was obedient, but then Raditz quickly realized that something was wrong here. The Martian Manhunter deduced that Raditz had seen through his first mental attack, so he increased the intensity with a more direct assault. Raditz screamed in pain as he fell to the ground, his own memories feeling like they were being weaponized into tiny daggers piercing into his brain. Yet the Saiyan, while shaken, was not out. Granny Goodness had raised him well. He was all too familiar with mental domination, and so attuned his mother box to find a countermeasure while he began to fight back. Raditz and Martian Manhunter were trading blow for blow, with the Martian's intangibility serving as a key edge in the fight, pushing Raditz on the back foot. Before Johns could do further damage, however, the mother box activated the psychic blockers implanted into Raditz's mind, allowing the Saiyan to fight unhampered and send John's crashing into a nearby truck, blasting the area and engulfing the Martian in flames. Raditz cackled with confidence before being hit by what looked like a red hurricane.
Welcome to Keystone, creep.
The Flash doused the fire of John's and helped his friend to his feet, the pair preparing to launch another assault on the now furious Saiyan. Goku opened his eyes, yet he was not on Themyscira. He was alone, standing in a white void.
Huh? How did I get here? Last thing I remember was... No! I have to get back! I have to help Hal!
Hal Jordan is dead, my boy, though you're not too far from that yourself.
The man standing in front of Goku looked identical to his master I Ching, but yet something was wrong. Goku tried to sense his energy, but it was the same as the white void that surrounded them. The man explained that his name was Ol Yang, the counterpart to I Ching, the living embodiment of the principle of Yang to I Ching's Yin, and the one man who could grant Goku the power to save the world.
I don't understand. His body should be healed, but...
Wonder Woman bit her lip in frustration. She had sought to help Goku heal and then join the battle. However, despite the purple ray seemingly healing him, he would not wake, and his vitals were continuing to spike. Hippolyta, the mother of Wonder Woman, told her daughter that she was needed on the battlefield. Meanwhile, Hippolyta herself would watch over Goku, understanding what he was going through and preparing for what needed to be done. Time was running out, and Diana had no other choice.
I shall handle these invaders, old friend. May the gods help you in your own fight.
Nappa stood over Hawkgirl, his hands wrapped around her wings as his boot pressed into her back.
Now this brings back good memories. Been a long time since I had Thanagarian wings in my trophy room.
Aquaman rose to his feet, limping towards the Saiyan in the last attempt to try and save his friend.
Face me, monster! Have you no pride?
Nappa paused for a moment before beginning to tear Hawkgirl's wing.
I had that beaten out of me.
Before Nappa could do serious damage, dozens of small pellets exploded onto his face, covering it in a cement-like substance that began to blind and suffocate the Saiyan. A mechanical fist then hit him to the next block, revealing the Batman, wearing his most powerful armor.
Get the hell off my planet!
Batman placed Hawkgirl to relative safety before catching a collapsing Aquaman.
A mechanical suit is not going to stop someone like him.
I know. I have a plan.
Of course. Bruce, what do you need?
I need him to bleed.
Consider it done.
Nappa roared with anger, sending a blast from his mouth that cleared the substance from his face. His eyes were red with rage, no longer having any sense of self. Aquaman charged ahead, his wounded body no longer caging the spirit of a king. He assaulted Nappa from all fronts, taking every counter blow and responding in turn. Despite Nappa's rage, Aquaman matched it, until finally, Arthur struck Nappa across the eye with his trident, blood gushing into the Saiyan's vision. Aquaman turned to Batman, acknowledging that the task was done. With the safety of his people given a chance, the King of Atlantis fell to soil, dead. Seeing his main threat fall, Nappa felt his warrior instincts calm and turned his attention to Batman, vanishing, then appearing in front of the hero in an instant. He held the mech in his grip, crushing it like paper.
This was your big shot? Ha! What was this toy even for?
To get you close.
A grey mist was released from the mech suit, sprayed directly into Nappa's face. The Saiyan rubbed his eyes. The blood rushing from his cut began to increase, along with a strange feeling overtaking his mind. Nappa shrugged it off, only to turn his head and see Batman, with no armor, standing in the middle of the road. Nappa laughed, before being struck in the face by Batman's opened fist, hundreds of blows raining on him in an instant. Nappa swung to retaliate, but Batman dodged every blow, moving with total grace, and then striking back with tens of times the force.
But the intel said you were just a guy in a bat costume. I'm a warrior of apocalypse.
And I'm Batman.
Nappa shot a blast towards Batman, who without moving took it head on, the smoke clearing to reveal he hadn't been injured at all.
This can't be happening! This doesn't make any sense!
In reality, Wonder Woman had just arrived on the scene to see Batman standing far away from Nappa, who was currently attacking thin air, as he had been for hours.
Bruce, what is this?
Nanites injected into his bloodstream. They're making him think he's fighting an unbeatable opponent.
Wonder Woman noticed the body of Arthur Curry on the ground, the wounded Hawkgirl, and the hundreds of civilians dead at Nappa's hands. This had gone on long enough. It was time to end it.
We shall take him to his master and send them back where they came.
If you're taking him, we need to break his arms.
The Flash attacked Raditz from every possible angle, at speeds so fast it was as if they were all at once. Raditz, however, remained more focused on Martian Manhunter, who was using his shape-shifting and attempted to suffocate the Saiyan by wrapping around his throat, while the Flash tried to create a vacuum, sucking the air out of his lungs. Raditz broke out of it by erupting in a giant explosion of ki, sending both of the heroes flying backwards.
You should be more thankful, Martian. If you just sit down and let me kill you, things will go a lot smoother.
Flash, I'm afraid this Saiyan may be too much for us to defeat. Evacuate the city. I've already alerted the others. We can retreat.
No, I think I know what the problem is. Just hang tight, I'll be back in a flash.
Wally got into a sprinter's position, the world around him slowing down as his eyes crackled with the energy of the Speed Force. Barry had taught him how to live in this world, how to dodge and weave, trip, disable, push, everything he needed to be a hero. But against this man, he needed to do more than that. Barry never taught him how to hurt a man. He had to figure that one out for himself. The Flash grabbed Raditz, going so fast that they arrived in the Grand Canyon before Raditz even realized he had been moved. The Saiyan was strong enough to shake him off, but Wally sped off again in a red and gold streak, before returning almost instantly, his fists raised as he kept running, circling the world hundreds of times. The faster an object moves, the more mass it gains. Before Raditz could even feel the blow, he was hit by an infinite mass punch. The shockwave was so great it could be felt by Martian Manhunter despite the distance, and he tried to reach Wally's mind to see the outcome.
Flash, are you?
I'm okay. He's down, out cold. I think I broke my hand though. Ow.
You are a very brave man, Wally West.
The heroes of Earth have barely managed to beat back 2 of the 3 Saiyan invaders, but at great cost. Will their combined forces be enough? What will be the result of Kakarot's training? One thing can be certain, the biggest threat is yet to come. I hope you all enjoyed the first installment of the Saiyan saga. This was a massive undertaking, and only the first part is still this crazy and intense. I can't wait for you guys to see the conclusion, which you won't have to wait long for. And if you're watching this video in the future, the next part is already out. So keep an eye out for that and be sure to subscribe. Now I'm going to give some shout outs to the amazing people who helped bring this project together. First of all, my one and only co-writer, co-planner, compadre, geeky gentleman in arms, Sid Part 2. He helped me finalize a lot of the ideas for this and bounce back and forth with concept and just general plans for the series as a whole. Very excited for that, so be sure to subscribe to his channel as well. And the person who helped me come up with the idea for this series and has even got some content you should check out right now, I'll let him take it away from here.
Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you were wondering what happened to Superman in this story, come over to my channel where we explore Superman in the Dragon Ball universe. In the latest installment, Superman faces up against Zod, who is working under the orders of Frieza. Be sure to check it out.
If you noticed Goku's fantastic new design and just general art going along with it, I have to give a shout out to Adam, or at Sirbaisa, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. He's going to be my main artist to go for this series, and we have one more illustration to drop with the next part. We're not going to share it yet, but it's going to be Goku's new technique, so exciting stuff. I'm honored to have been lucky enough to work with such a fantastic and varied cast for this video. I can't list everyone off at once, but I'm going to throw their names up and also in the description below, so everyone please check out their stuff if they've got it there, or just keep an eye out, because any more future projects I include with them, they'll probably post some stuff to go along with it. But yeah, entire cast, you guys are all the best. So that should do it, folks. Be sure to stay on this channel and subscribe, share, whatever you can do, like, comment, anything. It helps out this channel so much. We've already grown just tremendously from where we started at the start of this video series, and hopefully the level of quality will keep improving as the videos keep improving. I want to make this the best it possibly can be, and every single time someone new joins in for the fun, it really helps make this experience better for everyone. So yeah, Be sure to share it around and keep an eye out because we'll have more videos in the near future. Take it easy, folks.